welcome to Fentor. It's a day of motorcycling. Already I've taken the Suzuki out early this morning when it was only 6 degrees for its MOT, so that's all good. Still getting to grips with this new Hero 7 camera. There's the old Hero 5 there, not turned on at the moment, maybe later. I've put the remote control down here for the GoPro so that I can see when it's actually recording with the flashing red light, because it's difficult to tell with this new one. A windy day again, which is quite annoying, although it's not warmer now, 13.5 degrees. So what am I up to apart from riding the GS? I'm heading to Balderston Motorcycles. The aim twofold. One is to have a new modification done to the GS. So one of the things being quite tall, the GS screen I think probably doesn't quite give enough wind protection. Yes, you can get extenders, and I did look at that last year. Never ended up doing anything. But considering I like to go long distances, that buffeting can get a bit annoying. When you tuck down behind the screen, it's okay. So we're going to try something that not many people do. Many people buy an aftermarket extender or an aftermarket screen, but actually they're going to fit for me the GSA screen, which is slightly taller and a bit wider. So I'm hoping that's going to be quite a nice difference. Quite how much, we'll see. But at least it's a genuine BMW component, which is good. And anyway, it gives me an excuse for test riding a new bike. Balderstons have just brought out gives me an excuse for testing out a brand new bike from BMW, the R1250R. So it's a naked road bike with the new 1250 shift cam boxer engine. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how that bike performs. As you know, I'm not very good at going fast around corners, so maybe I'm not the best test pilot. We'll see what it can really do, but I'm sure I will be able to give you some good feedback. This is the R1250R, brand new. So let's see what it's like. Well, it's very smooth, that's for sure. Not going very far because it needs some fuel before I stop. Lovely. So escaping the lovely Peterborough urban area, and heading to some nice roads. This bike really does turn in beautifully. Wow. Just drops into the corners so precisely. So this R1250R, well, it's quite something. The power is relentless. It's very difficult to really use it without getting very illegal. So that is a problem. Anyway, let's go through some of the well, no, I won't do any of the features yet. I'm going to enjoy this road. It's quite nice and twisty. I've got the bike set in dynamic, so that's slightly firmer ride, snappier throttle response. Goodness me, this could be dangerous for the license if one was to let go. I caught up with that lorry just at the wrong point. How annoying. Let's get past. God tell you how. That huge torque shove is wow. Driving the 1250, or the same engine but in the GS 1250. This is blowing my mind. My God. It is so quick. I guess one of the things would be the weight, wouldn't it? I should put the weights up. R1250R, which I'm riding, there's the weight for that. And now the R1200GS, the weight for that. This is superb, really is, this machine. You turn into a corner, it turns in, there's no wanting to sit up, it keeps the line. It's near perfect. Okay, yeah, as you know, I'm not Mr. Fast in the corners. There we are. So what we got on display here? So the bike has, yeah, great. Pull over, thank you. Thank you. So what do we have in terms of controls? Pretty much the same as my GS, except we've got the TFT display, which is very nice, very, very, very clear to read. Oh my God, this is good round corners. And yes, I'm not leaning it, am I? Not very much. I'm going to forget about the features of this bike. I'm just going to enjoy it, I think. Oh, that is so good. Oh dear. It's too fast. Too fast for videos. We need a big plaster to stick over the display so you can't see how fast I'm going. It's lovely. Has to be the best bike I've ever ridden for corners, and the most grunty bike I've ever ridden as well. No need. I'm not even. It's still running in, I think, this bike, so probably best not to rev it too much. But that's changing up at 4,500, 5,000. The red line's 9. Just shows you what this is capable of. And the brakes, oh my God! It's like hitting a brick wall when you hit the brakes. In a good way. They are some serious stopping power on there. Wow. We'll have a look at those shortly. This is great. Now I'm on a quieter road. I'm going to change the mode to road. There we go. So that will adjust the suspension as it wishes. Oh, nice soft ride now. That's an interesting place. Wonder what that is. Sawmill? Farm? Goodness knows. Anyway, it's a road I've never been along before. So now we're going steadily. On here is a position for the Navigator 6, which is my Navigator 6, which I've put in. Display at the top says road, fuel level, the RPM down the centre, which is really attractively done, gear indicator bottom right. It's very comfortable for something that handles so well. You know, sports orientated bike. It's very comfortable. It's a very similar seating position to my old GS 1400, GSX 1400, GSX. So very comfortable, quite leaning forward just slightly, but not so much that it's uncomfortable when going slowly. Oh, it's just so smooth. Wow. If you've got one of those 4-cylinder 1 litre sports bikes, and sometimes you think you're not really getting everything you can out of it, try this. For me, this is wonderful. I don't think... handle that way. Let's go that way. Going the wrong way. Never mind. Not actually navigating anywhere, really. Just getting lost. Nice village, though. Yes. Cool. Lovely place. Oh my God! The thrust is unbelievable. Yeah. You sports bike people who, you know, those of you who've got a sports bike and you deep in your mind, you know you can't really extract everything from it. Sometimes you're going too fast for your license. Have a go on this. This is just amazing. So comfortable, and yet unbelievable performance. It's not got any fairing, but the wind protection's actually quite reasonable. I think it's the shape of the front is certainly putting the air over me quite nicely. Oh, it's the torque is addictive, absolutely addictive. This is very, very dangerous for the wallet. My God, this is a good bike. Oh dear, how that's good. Oh dear, how. It is just wonderful. Oh, I love riding my GS. I loved riding my Harley, Fat Bob. Love riding the GSX 1400. But this is something else. This is really amazing, really amazing. just the torque is just silly. How the hell does it make so much torque at 2,000 or 3,000 revs? Oh my god. I used to think my GSX 1400 had stupid torque. This has a lot more. Another pretty village. How, well, what a lovely place. Really attractive here. Nice to get lost and go on roads I've not been on before. Well, really, I need to be parking up somewhere and going through the nice features of this machine. This is it then. This is the new R1250R, and doesn't it look rather, well, very, very nice. What an attractive bike. I particularly like this colour scheme with the white, with the blue and red. Very, very nice. It's a good looking machine. I'm getting in the way of the traffic here. Let's go around and very nice frontal shape. So the fronts are Brembo calipers, not the BMW ones that are now put on the GS. Upside down forks. Well, those brakes are absolutely stonking. The shift cam 1250 engine, same as the GS and Adventure, etc. You've got the dynamic ESA suspension in there, which well, works brilliantly. Don't like that exhaust pipe though, that's a little bit ugly. But if I was purchasing one of these, I'd ride out from day one with a nice Akrapovic system. Looks to me, I'm going to zoom out a bit to make this easier. Yeah, I don't like that exhaust, but yeah, it's not a problem. Nice Akrapovic on there. I think they deliberately make it a bit ugly, so you upgrade to an Akrapovic. I wonder what these are for. Maybe they're for panniers, I guess. Oh yes, there seem to be some bits and pieces there for attaching things. What's the rear look like? Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it? Look at that. It's a nice rear. Very nice. Well, you can tell I like this bike. Very comfortable seat. Sensible riding position. And somehow it's not too much wind blast. Unbelievable. It's not a plastic horrible sports bike. You can see everything. You can see the engine. Yeah, there are some little cowlings there, and but nothing really too much. This is a really super machine. Really super. Anyway, it's so good, I need to get riding it more. So while we're not riding, let me show you some of the features of the reason you should consider this sat-nav if purchasing one of these. Yes, you can have navigation on the main screen. So you've got navigation on here, yeah, show what, but also you've got on here your phone. You can call home, your last call history, whatever. As long as you've got a headset. I've got a simple headset on the helmet, so it all links. What I do like is if I yes, it's a new You use the press and hold that, and then you can use the little spinny wheel thing here. So there we are. You can play your music through your headphones, all sorts of things. So I'm going to play it at the moment. There you go. Still a few daffodils left. Most of them have gone over now since I came here with the Interceptor. Right. You get a road that's got some bends and off you go. You don't have to make a lot of noise, not with this exhaust anyway. Upset anybody. Lots of revs not needed. Just use the torque. Oh, amazing. Just use the torque. Oh my god, the brakes are good. It is nuts how good the brakes are. Put some narrow bits in the entrance to Oundle. Keep those big trucks out, caravans or whatever. Plenty of room for bikes. Alright, I'm going to stop and get a nice coffee as usual. This bike also has the H handbrake, I call it. You pull hard on the front brake and it holds it. See, a slight hill like I'm on now, you don't have to worry about continuously holding the brake. Hopefully it will just let me pull away. It doesn't on my GS, but I think these new ones, yeah, look at that. It disengages it as you let the clutch out. Perfect. Now that is very nice. Very, very nice feature. I like that a lot. Yeah, this feels as light and flickable as a 50cc fizzy moped that is of old. Those things used to be flickable for sure. So a very nice coffee break, which was excellent. And now because of the bike I'm on, and because I've realised, well, I knew it was going to be interesting around corners, but because it is so good around corners, I'm heading on this A road. Can't remember what it is. I'll put the A road up between Oundle and Corby, and it has some quite nice bends, or used to, although I'm not sure about the road surface currently. There we are, A427. There we go, the A427, here we come. So what have we got with this bike? Why would you buy it? Well, if you like just amazing pleasure from riding a bike on a twisty road, I've never ridden anything like it myself. If you don't like being cramped up on a sports bike but you want fun, this is the beast. Oh my goodness, it just wants to go, it just wants to go. It really has a problem with the thrust, is just too much. Goodness me. Oh, Oh yes, don't forget this bike's got all mod cons. Cruise control is standard. Well, it is on the one I'm riding. There we are, reading 60 on the display, but actually the GPS speed is 58, so I really find that quite annoying. So you could allow it on an analog speedo, but digital ones, you want them to be a bit more precise, really. Oh, it's so good around corners. Yes, I'm not leading it very much. Remember, I'm slow. Oh, this is just so good. Oh my god. How can I do that? I'm not capable. It gives you so much confidence, this bike. It's so precise. It goes exactly where you want it to. Oh. So good. So yes, all mod cons, cruise control, heated grips, dynamic suspension, comfortable ride. Well, I've got it on the comfy setting, road setting. It's no problem at all going around corners, precisely. I said it on dynamic earlier, it just was bumpier. This goes perfectly well in road. Okay, the throttle response a bit more vicious, but I mean, it's got so much throttle response anyway. Look at that, look how smooth that is. Oh, it's so good. And this corner's a bit blind, so can't really crank it around this one. Look at that, it pulls from low revs so easily. And just leave it in third gear. And just let it. Oh, my god. Oh, the brakes! Oops. Oh, we've gone to neutral. That was silly. Oh. I've never ever ridden a bike as good as this for riding. This is just. Yeah, I'm going to turn off here. I mean, to have such a get in front of that car, getting such a comfortable ride, and yet have so much fun, so much ability. How could it be possible? Third gear on this bike does everything. Oh, that's just nice. Yeah, even though this is slightly bumpy, it's not upsetting the bike at all. Its road position over the bumps is not altered. It was quite something. Still in third gear. Fourth gear now. For a gentle, steady progression. I mean, a good rider is to really get this cranking over. And actually, for very rapid progression, for me that is, 5,000 RPM is plenty. Ho-ho. good old third gear. My goodness me, the grunt. The brakes are immense. The handling is just sublime. Absolutely brilliant. Even I can go around corners. I think a good rider on this bike's going to be very, very, very fast. I mean, a rubbish rider like me, or a slow should I say it again, a slow rider like me is going to be a lot faster than normal. It's just amazing really that this same engine can do such a good job of so many different machines. I mean, it's great on the GS Adventure, the touring bikes, what are they called? Anyway, well, this, the R, it's so different again. Well, genius to use the same lump to make so, well, I guess it's a bit like Harley Davidson, same lump in many different bikes. Don't think you could really want for more power. To be honest, there are far more powerful machines out there. I think this is 135 horsepower. Sorry, I'll put the peak torque and power figures up on the screen now. But really, wow, it's such usable low end, mid range, everything. It is an awesome, awesome machine. I'd be very interested to know how this compares to one of the 1 litre naked bikes, maybe even the BMW itself. How does it compare? This village is called Transor. You can imagine that being a planet science fiction film, or the name of a planet in a science fiction film. Transor. I think there was a very similar named planet in the Isaac Asimov Foundation saga. I'll have to look that up. Maybe that's where I'm thinking of it. There we are. Blimey! That's just changing up at 5,000. This is one superb bike. Well, I'm not normally quite so excited about a motorbike. I normally enjoy them quite as much as I've enjoyed this. I have to say, this is the best ride ever. Would I buy one? Probably not, but it's pretty bloody tempting. An immense machine. The problem being with doing stuff like this, test riding different bikes for you know, putting them on YouTube, was great because Certainly get some visitors to the showrooms, to the guys who load me them. Get them some orders. I have a nice time riding a great motorbike for a couple of hours. But when you get on one that's so good to ride, it blows your mind. This is it. I'm thinking, and I'm meant to be purchasing myself a new kitchen this year. I wasn't meant to be purchasing a new kitchen last year, and spent the money on a Harley Davidson. Yeah, very sensible. But I much prefer the Harley Davidson, and having a rubbish old kitchen at the moment, I'm very happy. This year, really should get that kitchen. But this bike, anyway, it would have to replace something like the Suzuki, sadly. But then, what riding pleasure this gives. Absolutely awesome. What conclusions do I have about this bike? Are there any negatives? Let's get that out of the way. Nope, none. None at all. Not one negative. Nothing. I mean, what it's for? What is it for? I mean, this bike can do a lot. You could tour on it with some panniers. Yeah, there's no screen, but that's fine if you're happy with that. What else can it do? Well, it's fun on a twisty road. The most fun you could, well, I've ever had on a motorbike. Absolutely. Who should buy it? If you're a sports bike owner and you really do know that you're not getting the most out of your sports bike, you're not keeping up with your mates, you find it a bit cramped, but you love the way it goes around corners, and you probably do with something a bit more comfortable, or maybe you're worried about the seriously stupid speed you're going because of the fairing that's on your sports bike, go out and test ride this. Unlike some of the litre bikes, this has got very, very usable low end range. What I really must do at some point is compare this to a 4-cylinder naked sports bike, or naked, whatever they're called. What are they called? Naked sport. One of those ones that doesn't have a fairing. That would be a good comparison. Is this more fun? Is this better than a 4-cylinder? The 4-cylinder ones tend to have a bit more power, another 30 horsepower or something like that. But this has the grunt, and actually is that more practical, usable, more fun for the average rider? That's a good question, isn't it? Where's the road gear? Over there. Good old third gear. Do everything in third gear on this bike, as I said earlier. It's comfortable, it's soaking up the bumps, and yet it sits in the perfect cornering position, doesn't wander off, takes the line you want, you point it, it goes. So easy to ride. If I can do it, then you can too. A lot better as well, I'm sure. So if you're buying one of these, I would suggest that you make sure you go for the works. The options that this one has, I mean, I wouldn't do without them. Cruise control, I think that's standard. A dynamic ESA suspension, critically brilliant. Heated grips, need those. Well, I do, being old. And then, if I was buying this, I would absolutely bin the exhaust on day one and get the Akrapovic from day one. I know it's a reasonable expense, but it would look a lot better and it would sound meaty. You can just early change 4.5, 5,000 RPM, and that's all the acceleration you need for a swift ride. Not upsetting people with a screaming 4-cylinder. You're just burbling along. The anti-wheelie came in then. Brilliant. That is so good, so good. Well, you're probably fed up with my filming today and me just getting so excited all the time. Going, hoo hoo hoo. But honestly, this is just amazing. What fun. Absolute fun. You can potter along in it. Look how smooth that is. So in that corner in second gear, no wobbling, no jolting, no snatch. Oh, so smooth. This engine is like turbine smooth. Anyway, I'm about to get back to the boring suburban roads around Peterborough. But it's only 4 miles to go to get back to Balderston, so the boring roads are only a very short, brief, intermittent period of tedium. And that reminds me, so a big thank you to the guys at Balderston for letting me borrow this R1250R the day before their official launch day. Thank you very much, guys. If you live East Anglia, Midlands, get yourself over here for a test ride on one of these. Awesome. And the roads are great too. You only have to head out 4 miles, like I say. That's all from Balderston, and you're on these cracking roads where you can really enjoy test riding the R1250R, or any other bike for that matter. Wonderful. Thank you very much for watching Fentor. Really hope you enjoyed the video today of the R1250R. If you're tempted by one of these after watching, then get yourself a test ride. Can't beat it for really getting the feeling of the bike, and that is a big smiles machine. Anyway, thank you very much. Please do subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.